Hello and welcome to The Hero Spouse. I'm Kendra Ruth, here to answer one of your questions about marriage and midlife crisis. Today we have an anonymous female left behind and forward-moving spouse with a bomb drop of November 24th, 2024, and a date of marriage of 2010. She has a boomerang who is a high-energy reed player. She says, my husband, who is 46, is crazy in love with a lady who's 27. She has 3 kids with different fathers who have criminal records, or it says and has criminal records. So I'm assuming the fathers have criminal records. And barely lives with food stamps and has lots of mental illnesses. So she lives with food stamps. The dads have lots of mental illnesses. The woman has lots of mental illnesses, maybe all of them. Okay, so I'm seeing a bit of a pattern here either way. She's clearly not his type. He met her in August of 2024 and started to spend money on her in September, bought a car for her in October, bought a mobile house in November, then took her to our neighbor in December 2024. We live on the West Coast and she lives on the East Coast. He used to hate spending money on anything. He had saved money for our retirement for a long time. Now I have to divorce him because I can't stand to watch how much he spends on her every day. But actually, I don't want a divorce. We have so many memories together. He has cancer. His work is stressful. His mother is getting dementia and lives with us. He can't accept our child, who's 12, is getting old and less communicative with us. He used to be a great dad, but he's never blamed me. Oh, and still he's never blamed me. Okay. I know I give him stress too. I really don't know what I should do now. Okay, so first thing, let's go over what's going on here. First thing, I'm seeing some very typical MLC, high energy type of things. That is the extreme affair down. So first thing, we're going with somebody who's much younger. We're going through somebody who has had multiple strings of relationship, can't hold down jobs, probably criminal records, mental health issues. Okay, so somebody with a lot of probably trauma background, instability. Also, why that person? Not just the instability, but somebody who is in need of help, assistance, rescue. Somebody who he could help. He could be a hero to. Okay, so let's put that there. So he's giving her money, giving her a car. When you said bought a mobile house, was it for her? Okay. Now, then you said he has cancer. Do you know the diagnosis of cancer? How terminal is this? Is this stage 4 terminal cancer? Has he heard that he only has so long to live? Or that he might? Is he trying to live out his last years and check off his bucket list because he doesn't have time? Or maybe he doesn't know if he has time, so it's like, I might as well do it, but I might have time. How is he running scared because he might not have time? What's he doing? Why is he doing it that way? Is the cancer the trigger? Okay. He hasn't blamed you. Some do, some don't. I didn't get blamed. Okay. So, and 12-year-old, yeah, getting to preteen, that's normal. He might not get that. Okay. You're at a cusp on midlife crisis, right? You're right at that place where it happens. 46, average age of bomb drop. Medical issue, serious one, that is threatening his life. Yeah. Kids getting to that age, it's not an empty nest, but it's the age when dad stops being a hero. They start to realize he's a real person with flaws and start to talk back and get mad at him and start to really need more freedom and argue about it. Okay. And then he feels less needed. He feels old. He feels he doesn't have time. So that's all his feelings. What do you do? What do you do about that? You can't solve that. You can't fix it. You can't fix him. So what do you do? First thing, his mom is getting dementia. How's that going? How's your relationship with her? Is it going to work? And is it working with her in your home and him running around, or if he's not there? Is it okay that she stays there? Is she going to be nice to you? Is she somebody that you've always gotten along with and she's been your mom too? Or are there other siblings that she can and should go live with or not? Or is her care going to get to be too much? You said she's getting dementia, but not that she's quite there yet. So at what level is that? Given that she's the in-law, we want to watch how that relationship is going to play out, okay? Just for you and for how she's going to be treating you and how everyone feels safe with you, her. You might be fine with her, but how does everybody else feel about it? Oh, she's probably going to be mean to her, that sort of thing, even though you're not. Okay. Then I want you to get some therapy. I want you to get your some son or daughter. You said kid, you didn't say gender. So I want you to get your child some therapy. And you go on with life. Going on with life is detachment. I want you to set some boundaries. I want you to prepare if he hasn't already left. You said he's in love. He told me about the woman, but you didn't say whether he lives at home or not. You said that he is a high energy replayer, and I also have an at home for one of the contacts types, boomerang, clean, boomerang, or at home, but not where he's going or where he's living, if he's left, that sort of thing. So what, think about the living arrangements. If he's there versus if he's not there, what are your dynamics? If he's not there, it's really, I know it sounds terrible, but it's a better situation for you right now because the two of you or the three of you that are at home are given more opportunity to heal because that is what you do. You say, I don't know what I should do now. What you should do is be focusing on the people who aren't crazy. You said, who aren't in their midlife crisis because you can't change his, and he's going to be following, watching you, and looking at you. So you're still going to have that influence on him. And he's going to be interested and curious, and he's going to follow along and watch. So he's still there. You're not leaving him and abandoning him to it, but he has to handle it. And while you're doing that, you set boundaries. So if he's not living at home, what are the house boundaries? What are the boundaries with your child? Phone calls, texts. What are the boundaries with visitation and this other woman who has 3 kids and you have the child? Can your child see this other woman? Has he seen this other woman and it wasn't supposed to? What are the consequences for those boundaries? Think about what they are before you talk to him about them. Before you talk to him about the boundaries and then what you need to do if they are broken, the consequences. Have it in mind first. Then you bring it to him. And prepare for him to not be happy, to monster possibly. Maybe not, but he wants to be resistant, okay? Because this is his person. And maybe not, but right now he's trying to help somebody. I'm saying help, save. Because clearly she's had and chosen, but had a challenging background where the only life she knows how to choose is a life of probably multiple relationships and bad choices. And he's like, I can help somebody out of that because I'm not that. Right? And I'll feel good. I'll have a purpose. But it doesn't work that way. It's really showing his flaws. It's about him. It's really not about helping her. But you can't help him either. Or the way you do help him is by helping yourself. And he'll watch. Okay? And what you're doing is you're preserving what you have. So you said he hated spending money and he liked saving it, but now he's spending a lot. So you might have to divorce for financial security. And think about this. Let's say that you divorce and reconcile someday. What you were doing by divorcing him, because you said you really don't want that. By divorcing him, you may be saving your house from his financial mismanagement, his irresponsibility. So after his midlife crisis, he has a house to come home to. You set a boundary. And maybe you can't get the house. Maybe you have to split it. But it depends on how things go in court. And you might not have to do any of that either. You might be able to do that through a separation agreement. Some states, I think it might be, I'll really look at the draw on how you get that. Or you might have somebody who does what he's doing for a little while and then does it more, but doesn't do all of it. Mine wasn't financially irresponsible. And that's what I mean, is he did the crazy stuff, the alienator, and he kept running back to her. But he maintained his financial responsibility. So I wasn't worried about losing out that way. So if he pulls back on that one, but that's a risk. Okay. So you have to figure out what you need to do because, yeah, you said you can't stand to watch, and that's watch how he's spending on her every day. And that was why you have to divorce. But then the next breath you said, but you don't want to divorce him because of memories. What are you going to do with a memory other than open your wallet and show people, here's my memories. Okay. Memories don't pay the bills. Well, I mean, I guess you could make scrapbooks out of them. Memories don't hold you at night. Memories aren't there for you as next of kin when you need it in the hospital. Memories aren't there to share your dinner and a laugh. Memories aren't there to share the memories. Memories are your interpretation of the experience. Memories are yours. They're not even his. I have a picture in front of me, and my experience of that memory and his experience of that memory are going to be different anyway. And we can make that memory more enriched when we share the experiences and go, oh yeah. But it's still flat without the people. It's flat without experience. It's just a memory. It's either just a photograph or just a memory of a scent, or it's just something in our head that we recall. So I know what we want our memories. Memories are valuable when we need memory to remember how to do things, when it's a dementia thing. But you're talking about the other kind of memories. And what would you rather have? Would you rather have a life of, oh, there's such great memories with that person who's a real jerk now, or a good relationship with somebody that is either him, having rebuilt himself, or somebody else, or not anybody, and just have great friends or something, but not being empty? It seems to me that just having memories is a lot more empty. So it doesn't seem like memories is a good reason for standing. There's other reasons, okay? So think about why you want to be a stander, and then use that. And you can think about why you may not want a divorce, but you might need a divorce, and you might not. And that might be financial. But is it really because you can't stand to watch him spend money on her? It might be. Is it because of the hurt and the betrayal? Might be. But if it's because of the hurt and betrayal, you have to figure out how you're going to get through that then. I don't say get over it, because you get through these things. But you have to get through those to forgive. Okay? So what you have to do, that's why you seek therapy. What do you do now? You understand the midlife crisis and that you can't help him. And so while you're setting him to the side, is you're not abandoning him. He's going to do what he's going to do. And if you try to interfere with it, it's just going to cause more resistance, more argument, more attachment to you, because your emotions are going to cycle with you. You focus on you. You focus on your child. You can focus on his mother a bit if you get along with her. Focus on healing. Focus on grace. Okay? Do the reading. If you haven't taken an Understand Midlife Crisis, do that. And then you will have an understanding of the midlife crisis portion. It doesn't tell you what to do either. That is the next step. That's where you work on the detachment. Detach, detach, detach. But that's a big umbrella for what to do. Okay. And really, it is about making yourself a priority. Okay. So let me know if you have any more questions, and I will see everybody in the next question.